Listen to this. Sometimes the scariest monsters aren't strangers. They are the people who are supposed to love you. It all starts with this woman. We'll just call her Ania. Ania was a 43 years old mother of 3 and an elementary school teacher in Calgary, Alberta. Her husband Ben was 38 years old, was allegedly controlling, he was quick to anger, and made it clear that he liked things done his way. It was either his way or the highway. Now, the couple allegedly had a history of verbal arguments during their 7-year union, and on Christmas Day 2024, they were invited by Ania's parents. We'll just call them dad and mom, and Ania's brother, his name was Peter, for what was supposed to be a peaceful holiday dinner. Now, apparently, Ben had bought a jar of pickles to the Christmas dinner, and at some point, Ben began criticizing Ania for how she was cutting up vegetables. Now, obviously, he complains and nitpicks and argues about very little things. I guess he was petty. And he then followed up the disagreement to the dinner table. He was upset about his older son who preferred to sit next to Ania's dad, that's his grandfather, rather than beside him. Now, dude is apparently he kept antagonizing the kid. Probably Ania had told Ben to calm down, and then he started to push Ania away forcefully. And at this point, Peter had had enough and had to intervene. I mean, arguing with your wife and son in front of their parents is bad enough, but pushing Ania in front of her dad, her mom, her brother and kids was just plain stupid and disrespectful. Now, Peter nearly jumped across the table to intervene, and Ben had allegedly challenged Peter to a fist fight. I mean, dude is just something else. Ania's dad got up in annoyance and took the kids into a washroom, and Ania's dad had asked Ben to leave the house. He was going to call the police, but Ben left before the cops arrived. Now, Ania then told her family that this was the final straw and that she was going to leave Ben, and over the next couple of days had texted Ben to inform him she was going to leave him. I guess Ben had not returned home after that argument on Christmas. And on December 29th at about 9 p.m, Ben goes home, opens the door to their house. Ania is home with the kids, and Ben pulls out a bang bang and blam, he unalives Ania. He leaves the kids unharmed. Then he drives to Ania's parents' house, knocks at the door, and Ania's dad opens the door and pulls out his bang bang and unalives Ania's dad. And luckily for Ania's mom, she was not home when Ben showed up. She returns home from a volunteer job to find her husband unalived, and she calls the police. And if Ania's mom was home, I'm guessing he probably would have unalived her too. And he then drives to a rural part of town outside of Calgary. He parks his car out and pulls out his bang bang and unalives himself. And police begin a manhunt for Ben and issued an emergency alert warning people in the area about Ben and that he was armed, possibly dangerous. And the next day, the alert was called off following the discovery of his body in his vehicle parked in the Water Valley area. He had obviously avoided the justice system. And this was Ben. And the kids are currently living with Ania's brother Peter and their mom. And it was really a very sad story. And friends, neighbors, and even strangers came together, raised funds through a GoFundMe campaign to support the 3 surviving children. And the campaign has raised over $200,000, ensuring the kids will have financial support as they face life without both parents. It was really sad. So follow me for more stories as I unverify more stories. Have a blessed day.